Hello and welcome to another session of Pistonics, as Byron speaking, and we are implementing the catchit game. In the previous session we have gotten some nice collisions, and I think I also forgot to bring down the rate of probability of special things. That should just be 0.1. Special obstacles for testing. So now we have nice collisions. If we hit one of these we don't die, but we push it away nicely, and it actually gets way faster that way and makes it even more likely that it hits you next time. Awesome. So now it's the scoring, right? And right now the scoring is boring. It's just 10 per prey, and maybe we want to make this a non-magic value and say score per prey scalar. What's the score, by the way? Score is U32. Yeah, U32. So this shall be 10. So yeah, it doesn't really matter how much the score is. How much is the score in the original game, by the way? Score is, so that's the prey, I think. So it's 5 by default, and then there is some formula that does stuff if decay is active, then you get more. So if there is decay, we even have we don't have to do it that way. We can even do it with a some sort of blend. So we have a decay addition. We could multiply it by 2. So if the decay is at full bloom, we have twice the amount of points. I think that's something you want to do. So people might actually run into the decay so that they get more points. Yeah, so that should be done. And then the time. So if you go out of the playing field, you destroy your bonus. I think you want to be in the playing field and you get a bonus. So the longer you play and are inside, the better. If you chicken out, then you reduce the bonus. So I think I want to have a bonus value here that we also print out in the HUD. Multiplier. So that's the multiplier somewhere. Struct state score multiplier. Apply the score with the multiply prey score with the given value. So pub score multiplier. Let's call it coefficient. Is a scalar, and we should bring it. Yeah, so we start at 1 and we will always reduce it to 1 if we are outside of the playing field. So let's implement that first. Or actually, I mean state. Where do we initialize it here? Score coefficient 1.0. And now when we set the score, we want to just multiply that. So score is plus equals 10 as scalar by s score coefficient, and then we say as U32. Okay, that's the first thing. And now if the player is outside, I think we want to do this in the set position case. Set hunter position. So that's kind of the inverse of the clamp, huh? But yeah, so let's just implement this here. Here at the new position, if position, oh actually I can't do this, I have this on the object, so I can have it here. If s hunter object left is smaller, oh sorry, right, it must be fully gone. Right is small. Yeah, I don't know, if you touch the wall touching should be fine. Actually, let's take the position in the middle, so that if you're more than halfway gone, you're done. Let's do it like that. Yeah, sounds good. Then we can use the position here as well, which is nicer to write. So if position x is smaller than 0, or position y is larger, well, let's go with x is larger as field x, or position y is smaller than 0, so it goes off on top, or position y is larger field y, so it goes off at the bottom. Then we say s coefficient, score coefficient is 1. There you go. You lost something. And yeah, let's draw the HUD. Oh, not here, but there. And then we look at the implementation that they have. Maybe just to do our own thing, because after all, this constantly caused some weird values to be created. Some super high floating point values. Anyway, we don't want that. Careful. So yeah, let's print the HUD. Where is it? And the text printing stuff is still a bit ugly, huh? We might want to have a function for this. Line draw text. Yeah, maybe we want to have a function for this. We have fn blend color, fn draw text, which should be the text itself, and then x offset, that's a scalar, so xy, right? Oh no, wait, a text matrix. Do we sometimes not use a text matrix? So matrix 2D we use here most of the time, or all of the times? Most of the time. Yeah, let's just go with x here, and these guys, they can remain as they are because they're special enough. Okay, so that's x offset. It's actually draw HUD text. Yeah, draw HUD text. And what we want to do is give it a HUD space. HUD space 1 of 8. And yeah, let's just make this a whatever that is, scalar. Yeah, HUD space, and we are done, huh? Looks like it. Oh, and we need all this information. The cache needs to be mutable, so we have to pass it here as well. And this is where you actually don't win that much. Yeah, forget it. I don't do that. I just go with the copy paste. So that's 3 and 4. So HUD space 1, 3, and maybe 5. Or maybe, oops, maybe 6. We have 8, right? Yeah. Okay. 1, 3, 6. Or 5. No, I say 1, 3, 5. Tries, and that is multiplier. And now we have to get this one as well. Multiplier. Let multiplier be s. Oh no, wait, we don't have to do that. We have the state here. Forgot that. That's the one thing, that's one time where we don't need anything special. S score coefficient. Thank you. Now we are talking. Cool. So that should already... Oh yeah, we have to, on update, we have to increment it by the delta time. So it's basically for a second of gameplay by 10, right? So score per prey, pub const, score coef increment, kind of by 1/10 increment multiplier, which is a scalar, which should be 0.1. So 10 seconds for basically twice the amount of points. So on update, we do that right away. S score coefficient plus equals this times delta time. So all the delta times together should be a second per second, and we scale it down to reduce it. Oh yeah, and we want to do some special formatting here. We don't want to, I would like to have 2 or 3, well at most 2 post comma thingies here. How does that work again? I forgot. Something with, I will find out, I guess. How do I format numbers? Tell me. Here we go. That's what we are interested in. That's the fill align sign. Oh, the position here, it's dot 2 maybe. So how does that work? Argument format spec. Here there might be an example, huh? So probably just dot 2 or something. Like that, maybe? Let's see. 130. Ah, damn it. These syntax errors. But they're the smallest problem, I guess. Oh, now we go. On an optional, really? 145. True. Must be here, where we actually have the optional. How do I do it there? How do I write the score? Here I do it. Oh, and I put it to number 6 already. So that should be 5, and that should be maybe 6.5, so that it kind of goes far to the right. Yeah, maybe that. Cool, there's a multiplier. Not enough space though. And it grows slowly. And let's put that to, that's 1, 3. Let's put that to 4.5, and that to 6. This might be better. Cool. So now it slowly grows. That's pretty cool. Can watch it. 14, 30. Now it's twice as much. There we go. If you go out, uh-oh, you lost. And yeah, so probably we want to have a function that doesn't increment this stuff. Field. Do we have something for extend? No, there's no implementation for that. So we just test for this clamp to field here. Yeah, I think you want to have this the way it is here. But let's have a position and check if it's inside or outside. So let's have a little extend implementation. Struct extend. Oh, actually, this is a type def. Okay, then we put this onto the engine. Here, the private functions. So fn is in point or pose in field, then we provide it with some field, which is an extend and a position, which is a position, and returns a boolean. Good, like this. So if self pose and field, so the field first, and then the position, like so. And if it's not in field, huh? Yeah, so let's change the name, pose out of field, because that's exactly what we need. Then we can just, oh, well, that was not intended. Pose in field, yeah. Let's fix it up. So it's really just s.field that wants to go away. There we go. And pose out of field. There we go. Come on. Okay. So this we will use now to prevent scoring or to prevent incrementing the score multiplier. Yeah. So if not self pose out of field, then we increment the score multiplier. Otherwise we don't. That should look better. So we go with s.field and the hunter position as hunter object position, and we borrow that. Good. That's it. So that should look like it was intended to look like. So here we go. Oh. Oh, logic is inverted. No. Something is wrong there. Oh. If pose out of field, then set it to 0. And this logic is actually the right one. I don't know why I did that. So now multiplier is increasing, stays 0. Increasing again, stays 0. There we go. There we go. Awesome. So that's a cool thing. So if we are in pull mode, I wouldn't say we get a multiplier. And we could even, we could even add this stuff to the multiplier temporarily. Basically. Possibly. Boom. Hide. There we go. Okay, so that's the decay. Okay, while it's decayed, you get more. Okay, so let's implement this. We have a general score multiplier. And yeah, let's see what else he does. I think maybe proximity of, yeah, the proximity of balls I don't care about. Must be some skill-based thing. The time between the prey hunts. Maybe, yeah, something like that. Oh, there we go. Not bad. Best score 665. How did 695? How did I do that? Yeah, so that's already pretty well working. And I think, yeah, it would be nice if we don't scale it, because then you just have a second to get the prey. So we just say, well, you have 2 seconds to get the prey and you get more. If there is some pull going on, then you get by 2, and if there is some decay going on, you get by 2 as well. So that way you can get a lot of points. So score per prey, score curve increment, score multiplier. Yeah, so that will be crazy. So that's, how do we call it? Transition or special state score multiplier. So that's 2. So per special state you get this extra score. So multiplier is by default the S score coef. Now we do the additional things. If there is a opacity, obstacle opacity state, if this is ongoing, if this is not start, basically, I think that's sufficiently well done. Or yeah, maybe we want to have a function on this thing so that we can, is pristine or something. Yeah, let's have pristine. Is pristine. Struct transition. Pub evn is pristine self. So that's just a boolean that shall tell us that we are in transition state start and we are not inverted, and self direction is transition direction from 2, and that's pristine. Score coef. So if this is pristine, if this is not pristine, then we change the multiplier by the special state, special obstacle state score multiplier. That's the one. And now the next one, if not as attracting force is pristine, then we do it again. So that's totally cumulative. And we might even want to say that for a transition in this one and this one, and that's so great. That's stuff you'd usually do in Python, but in Rust you just do it because you know, makes your code easier to understand and better. And you know, that's exactly that. Boom, boom. Voila. So we scale this up and get even more, which is something kind of that is hidden, unresolved. What, multiplier? Oh yeah, true. Let muts this. So we could also edit, right? But we go all in and say let's multiply that stuff. So yeah, totally. Let's set this to 0 again. Yeah. 42, 58. It's a bit too much for some reason, huh? Yeah, something is going wrong there. Oh. Did I invert this or something? Oh, I did. Actually, I didn't do any pristine checking. If transition not is pristine, huh? Then we do that. All right, that's better. That was a bit too much for my taste. So that's just standard. Let's get some non-pristine one. Come on. What? Now we get... Do we get more? Yeah. Took too long to get these special ones. And still focus on the score. Yeah, totally works. Awesome. So with these pristine ones, people who hide a lot can still make a lot of points. So why not? Okay, but you always lose a bit. Nah. Actually, I think sometimes the collision checking just doesn't hit it. Oh. There we go. Cool. So that totally works. And now we could do something like time between prey slayers, but I don't know, you know. I think that shouldn't matter. Take your time and all will be fine. So that's cool. I'm totally happy with that. That kind of factors in. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but on the other hand, if I reward you for... No, I should not reward you for repelling force. Oh, yeah, that was a bit badly done. Yeah, so what happens if you do the repelling force thing all the time? I think you're punished enough. I do not deduct points for that. That's cool. That's cool. Cool. I think that's it. I like it. Feature lib, that's kind of the same thing all the time. Probably I should commit more to make this more useful. But anyway, what do we have? Yeah, sorry, I was distracted there for a moment. We have improved scoring. Now the player is rewarded if he takes risk. If he takes risk by multiplying the multiplier, the coefficient, to the point where you easily get for